From the fierce face-off over the Indo-US deal in Parliament to the battle for Tamil Nadu heating up. Namaskaram, Namaskara, Baunara, Nalla Arkingla. Many questions to raise this evening. Let's give you the headlines first. Home Ministry issues new rules on Vande Mataram, the national song to be played before the national anthem. Standing for it is now mandatory. Cinema halls will be exempted from playing it. 3 days on, the Kanpur brat in the Lamborghini is still on the run despite video proof. His tobacco tycoon father claims that Shivam was not driving the vehicle. When will the UP police track him down? The whistle ban at Chepauk sparks a political row between the DMK and Vijay's TVK. The Tamil Nadu Cricket Association issues new guidelines prohibiting whistles inside Chennai's Chepauk Stadium. TVK accuses the DMK of deliberately targeting their party symbol. The countdown has begun with hours to go before Bangladesh faces a democratic test, the first national elections in the country since that bloody student revolution that toppled former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's 15 years of iron-fisted rule. Bangladeshis are set to cast their ballots on the 12th of February. We'll have special reports from the ground. First up this evening, a high-voltage day in Parliament with the leader of opposition speaking out in the Lok Sabha after all that ruckus over the last few days, and also the finance minister defending her budget and highlighting aspects just a short while ago. Multiple exchanges between the government and the leader of opposition, but the big face-off though was over the India-US trade deal as Rahul Gandhi launched a scathing attack on the government over the deal, terming it a sellout and nonsensical. He even alleged that the US has a chokehold over Prime Minister Modi. There was a sharp hit back from the government led by Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju, who declared no one can sell India's interests and defended the deal. Listen in to that high-voltage face-off over the Indo-US deal.
You have sold India. Are you not ashamed of selling India? Yes. Do you have no shame of selling India? You have sold our mother, Bharat Mata. Do you have no shame?
आज तक कोई मायके लाल पैदा नहीं हुआ जो भारत को सेल कर सकता है, कोई खरीद सकता है, नहीं हो सकता है। और आपने प्रधानमंत्री जी को कहा, मैं दावे के साथ कहता हूं, इस देश का आज तक सबसे मजबूत प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी है। कोई हिला नहीं सकते, कोई हिला नहीं सकते। आपका कहने से क्या होगा? आप लोगों ने देश को इतना कमजोर बना के रखा है। 2014 तक हमारा देश को आप लोगों ने क्या हालत बनाया, और आज देश मजबूती से आगे बढ़ रहा है। आप लोग खुश नहीं है। भारत आगे बढ़ने से कांग्रेस दुखी हो जाते हैं कि आपने जितना एलिगेशन लगाया है, चेयरमैन ने रूलिंग देने के बावजूद भी आपने एलिगेशन लगाया, आपको ऑथेंटिकेशन करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि आप लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन है। आप मामूली आप सामान्य सदस्य नहीं है। यू आर द लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन। व्हेन यू स्पीक ऑन सर्टेन थिंग देयर इज अ सीरियस connotation. I would urge honorable leader of opposition, because he is the leader of opposition, all the points he has made have serious repercussion. He must authenticate on all the allegations he has made.
I will authenticate right now. I've got it.
You have
because sir, let me authenticate.
Kindly,
sir, he has said to authenticate. I will authenticate right now.
That you have to just give in advance, and that you have to
No, sir, I will authenticate right now. I'm authenticating. I will say it and then I will give it. For the first time in Indian history, our farmers are facing a storm. Makka, soybean, lal jawar, kapas. You have opened the door. You have opened the door to mechanized American farms, thousands and thousands of acres each farm. You have opened the door to crush our poor farmers. It is disgraceful. It is disgraceful. No Prime Minister has ever done this before. And let me tell you, no Prime Minister after you is ever going to do it.
भारत के प्रधानमंत्री माननीय श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी या वाणिज्य मंत्री के नाते मैं किसानों की सुरक्षा को पूर्णतः ध्यान में रखकर ही यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका के साथ बातचीत हुई, फैसले हुए और ये भारत के सभी किसानों को मैं पूरी तरीके से आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं कि उनके हित सुरक्षित है, उनका जो उत्पाद है वो सुरक्षित है।
Well, that was the main exchange over the Indo-US deal. But as you heard there, another exchange was over the allegations leveled by Rahul Gandhi over the mention of Union Minister Hardeep Puri in the Epstein files, allegedly, which saw a sharp hit back from the minister. While Rahul Gandhi accused the government of being silent on the Epstein files, Union Minister Hardeep Puri dismissed Rahul Gandhi's allegations and accused him of spreading misinformation. In fact, the government moving a privilege motion as well against the leader of opposition in parliament. Listen in to that second face-off as well.
I'd also like to ask Mr. Hardeep Puri who introduced him
Mr. Chair,
to Epstein.
Mr. Rahul, no,
I know who introduced him.
In 8 years, there are 2 references or 1 email which I exchange, which is because they have introduced me, that is, my contacts have introduced.
I believe at the Lok Sabha right now, the finance minister is speaking. She had been speaking about the budget and she is responding to Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition, and the charges he's made as well. Let's just listen in very brief.
WTO में जाकर के बाली में कांग्रेस ने एक समझौता करके आए। वो 2 ही विषय था, ट्रेड फैसिलिटेशन एक था, दूसरा विषय पब्लिक स्टॉक होल्डिंग ऑफ ग्रेन्स था। पब्लिक स्टॉक होल्डिंग ऑफ ग्रेन्स के ऊपर भारत के हित में कुछ ना करते हुए ट्रेड फैसिलिटेशन के ऊपर साइन करके आ गए थे। इसका मतलब था 2017 जनवरी से भारत देश में कोई किसान से प्रोक्योरमेंट हो नहीं सकता है और हम रेशन के दुकान से गरीब लोगों को कुछ भी दे नहीं सकते हैं। मतलब रेशन का कोई भी चीज जा नहीं सकते। वर्ल्ड ट्रेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का बाली के मीट में जाकर के समझौता करने वाले ये लोग हैं। हमारे किसान से एमएसपी दे करके कोई प्रोक्योरमेंट कर नहीं सकते थे। अगर मोदी जी 2014 में आकर के WTO के ऊपर हार प्रकारा, we fought for it and got peace clause so that we can think of the country also, man. This country 2017 से PDS डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कर नहीं सकते थे, गरीब को रेशन दे नहीं सकते थे, देश को, गरीब को, किसान को बेचने वाले ये लोग हैं। ये सरेंडर करके आए WTO में जाकर के पूरे सरेंडर करके आए हैं ये लोग। और भारत देश का हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी के ऊपर ये आरोप लगा रहे एलओपी, उनको कोई नैतिक अधिकार बनता नहीं है। 2017 के अंदर पीस क्लॉज WTO में लेकर आए मोदी जी। इसके वजह से कोविड के समय हम सब लोग को रेशन दे पाए और किसान से।
Well, so that fierce exchange playing out live in Parliament. We'll get back to it in a bit, but some serious allegations and powerful refutations on the trade deal. Is it a big ticket win or a sellout, or is an objective assessment of it being clouded in the political face-off? Joining us this evening, Charu Pragya of the BJP, Venugopal Swamy of the Congress, also with us, noted journalist Sanjeev Srivastava, and also policy analyst Rajat Sethi. Thanks to all four of you for joining us here on the Southern View this evening. My first question to you, Charu Pragya. The accusation is that it's not even an agreement yet and just a framework for an agreement, a framework which is heavily tilted towards the United States. Is the government celebrating something that ought to be questioned?
Good evening. Meera, today I think every single Indian is very grateful that Rahul Gandhi and his party are not leading Bharat. Because here is a man who's unfortunately the leader of opposition in our parliament who does not know anything that he's talking about. And I have a whole list of his claims that I will fact check here and make sure everybody understands the lies and the narrative and the fear mongering that he's trying to peddle around. Every single thing he said. Now let's begin from scratch. One, this trade deal has been in negotiation for a very long time, and in a turbulent trade environment globally, India has pulled off what none of its competitors have managed to do. We have the lowest tariff at 18%, and I'll give you other countries. Indonesia is at 19, Vietnam is at 20, Bangladesh is at 20, China is at 34. At this point of time, we have ensured increased market access to Indian goods and services. The labor-intensive sectors have maximum to gain from this. The entire world is applauding this. And here is Rahul Gandhi peddling lies. In fact, our Minister Kiren Rijiju told him that all the lies that he has told on the floor of the House, they need to be substantiated. He's talking about data. Does he even understand that India's data and privacy laws are sovereign? None of that is on the table for anything. He comes back to using the word surrender again.
Let me take the first point you made, Charu Pragya. I will come back to you on the data issue. Let me take the first point you've made across to Venugopal Swamy. Venugopal Swamy, the point that's been made is that in a turbulent international environment, India has pulled off some kind of an agreement which sets off as an advantage. Are you discounting the agreement or the framework for it entirely because of political reasons, or is there a genuine grouse?
Good evening, sir. Good evening to all the panel members. As our beloved leader of opposition, Sri Rahul Gandhi ji said very clearly, our country under the Modi ji regime, we are leading towards instability rather than stability. It is a Vichinna Bharat, it is not a Vikashit Bharat of 2047. Today, if we understand, the US has got a clear economic data with them that India is dying in manufacturing. India is dying. It is almost like a dead economy, except what has been created by the Congress.
Dead economy. Veera, please allow me to
let us speak about the trade deal, sir. Let us give out your specific questions on the trade deal, and I'll get Charu to respond.
We have to understand very fundamental. We have to understand very fundamental base.
Understanding of anything.
Why?
Veera, no. I need to put a full stop to this.
Why US is able to treat so badly?
Can I come in, please? No, this is just not
Charu
done.
Pragya, I'm getting Mr. Swamy to ask specific questions on the trade deal. Mr. Swamy, raise your specific objections, 3 specific points that you have against the framework to justify the argument that it's heavily one-sided.
What can we say?
To respond to it before
the other day, Piyush Goyal ji said very clearly, we are not going to allow any agricultural produce imports to India. Today, in the live debate, the spokesperson of BJP, Pragnaji, is saying there is no problem, we import the agriculture, which means the party itself has no clarity. If the BJP party has got clarity, then we can think about
I never used the word agriculture. Did you not even hear anything I said? Sir, I urge you to first hear my answers. I didn't even use the word agriculture. I don't know what script you're reading from.
Pragnaji, when you were in the debate, I never disturbed you. You please also try to understand. See, it is a concern of 140 crore population.
Veera, please step in. I don't want to speak over him, but he cannot misquote me.
No. Whatever
Mr.
you said, I am just repeating it.
She has not mentioned agriculture. What is your other objection? And then I'll get her to respond. Raise your other objection or question about this
let me tell
framework
you,
or a deal.
As she mentioned in the debate very clearly, China is 34%, but there is no strings attached to the tariff.
34%?
In case of India, they are claiming that we have to make a $500 billion imports within 5 years. That is a strings attached. You must import the agricultural produce. You must buy the oil from the Venezuela. You cannot buy oil from the Russia, which means the India is being utterly dictated by the Trump. Is that
Respond
the
to all this,
kind
Charu
of
Pragya, before I
bilateral
go to the
relations
analyst.
are we having? We are having the weakest prime minister as on date. We are only
Fact
the
check and
best.
respond to this.
Yeah.
Respond to what Venugopal Swami is saying.
Thank you.
Charu Pragya.
Thank you very much. So, let me begin one by one. I did not mention the word agriculture at all. I don't know where he is hearing things from. But at the same time, let me make it very clear India's agricultural lines remain intact, and our Minister Piyush Goyal ji has made it explicitly clear that our farmers' interests have been secured. In fact, one of the main reasons why this deal took so long to sign off was because India was adamant on protecting the interests of its farmers and its dairy industry. So do some reading. The second thing that you're talking about, and you said that, is that India is a dead economy. Really? The entire world is applauding India. The fact remains that India is the world's largest, fastest growing economy.
Madam, you have
Currently
not
the fourth
heard
largest.
my
You keep calling
statement
it a dead
properly.
economy because you have to parrot what Rahul Gandhi says, even if he's peddling lies in parliament.
Okay, let
India is
Venugopal Swami
getting
respond to
growth.
what you've said before I go to the analyst. Go ahead, Venugopal Swami. Respond.
Sir, what I wanted to tell, India is dead in the growth of economy. Whatever we have been created today, whatever Congress created, public sector undertakings, can her
you
name
again,
one,
I will
one
ask
unit,
you what Kiren ji
one,
has asked Rahul Gandhi. Can you substantiate your false claims? और are you going to, जैसे हिंदी में बोलते हैं, लंबी लंबी तब तक फेंकेंगे जब तक हम गुस्सा ना करें. This is not done
Madam,
because I am
Ragna ji,
speaking
you
here with
remember,
data. And
you remember
let me
one
just add
statement
one
of
more
Substantiated
thing.
Venugopal Swami
Honorable
before I go
Modi
to the
ji.
analyst.
No, one statement of
Can I-
Honorable Modi ji. He made a very categorical statement
You're
that
talking about
every
selling of
public.
Bharat Mata, and then you walk out of the parliament. The parliament is a place.
No. 1 minute. Let him just finish his point.
See, you are playing with only Bharat Mata, you are playing with Hindu religion.
No,
Madam,
I'm playing
do
with
you
facts
believe
and
Bhagavad
data.
Gita?
You are the
The
one who
debate is
is
going
Rahul
into a
Gandhi.
territory which I don't think the topic warrants. Let me stick to the Indo-US trade deal. I don't want to go beyond that because this has to be a focused debate. It's an important
I want
debate.
to ask
Sanjeev
as per the
Srivastava,
in
weigh
the
in.
debates
No, hang on. Both of
restricting-
you, let me go across to Sanjeev Srivastava and Rajat Sethi. Sanjeev Srivastava, is there an objective assessment that is being clouded because of political face-off that's playing out? Or is it really a sellout, or it should be one that's celebrated? What's your assessment of the trade deal, the key points? And after that, I'll get Rajat Sethi to respond.
Veer Raghav, very good evening, and also to my fellow panelists and viewers. See, the truth of the matter is that I don't think any of us or most people really know the contours of the deal. We have an interim trade pact details coming out in public. The final draft is, I think, still work in progress. It may take a few weeks or a few months. So now the interim trade deal, my limited understanding for what I have read from people who are more knowledgeable and who understand these things better, I really don't think it's a sellout. Number one. I don't think that India has sold out its interests or anything. We must remember when we are making this assessment, we must remember that how desperate India was to get this deal out of its way or to have this deal. Last few months, Indian currency was the worst performing in the world against the dollar. Indian stock markets were languishing. There was a clear cloud and overhang of this Indo-US trade deal not happening over everything Indian, whether it was rating agencies or anybody else. So this was a real bottleneck we were facing. And I think the Indian negotiators did get a deal on the surface of things. I don't think we have compromised much on our agriculture products. What we have decided to concede is that we will allow US livestock feed products to come in, which
All right.
one of the best writers on agricultural affairs is Harish Damodaran, who writes for Indian Express. And according to him and one other expert I have read, that Indian livestock, A, it is not produced in great quantity. be it is the US one is more protein rich and the US one is less expensive. So on that count, we are importing something where we were not, which was not one of our strong areas. On, I don't think from where Rahul Gandhi has come out with this soya bean, maize, etc., cotton, because from my understanding of things,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Sanjeev. Let me get Rajat
up.
Sethi to respond to this. Rajat Sethi, the problem is that the contours of this is still opaque at the moment. There's very little information that seems to be clear, and as some senior Congress leaders have pointed out, it's merely a framework for a deal, not a deal itself which has been signed by both sides. Is it premature to celebrate or criticize it at this stage?
I think whichever Congress leader is trying to say should explain the contours of what is there in public domain to the leader of opposition first. It was quite unfortunate the way, you go out and say that Bharat Mata ko bech diya. These are not the words that we expect from the leader of opposition. It's a very important, dignified position in a parliament. When you say and utter words, it has to be carefully weighed. This is where I have biggest grievances. And of course, he's a politician. He will do politics over everything that the government does. I don't see surprise over there. But I would expect maturity from Mr. Rahul Gandhi. I would expect him to weigh when he calls anything nonsense, when he uses unparliamentary words, and he's being constantly objected by the speaker, and he still carries on with that. That is what is unfortunate. And, all of this discussion around the trade deal will go on till the final thing is not out in black and white. He will continue to make accusations, but we all know that the people of this country would still be waiting for the finer details to actually see what allegations the opposition is making, whether it holds true or not. The government has been pretty clear. If unilaterally US wants to say something, it is not the responsibility of government of India. There is no document where both the parties have signed yet. The broad contours are just being laid out. The broad contours does entail that, yes, there would be minimum duties involved. That is about it. This is a new reality that you are living in. You cannot latch on.
But then, Rajat, the question would be raised on when you sell it as a big celebratory measure when the contours are still not laid out, then the hit back from the opposition comes up. But I'll get to that point in just a bit. Let me get Venugopal Swamy to respond to the point that Rajat Sethi is making. Venugopal Swamy, the point is not the criticism, but the language used in the criticism, which is not acceptable, deliberately designed to incense the government or provoke the government into a response.
Veer Raghavji, let me tell you very humbly, see, we have been, why that word has been said by the opposition leader Sri Rahul Gandhi ji, we have to understand. I very humbly submit, our country been 350 years under the Mughals rule, almost 150 years under the British rule. See, it is the Rahul Gandhi's family who brought independence for this country. 1.4 billion population belongs to him. We are all belongs to him. This country belongs to him. His family basically. See, his family, sir, let me tell you one thing honestly. They are making mockery and they are fooling the people of this country. 12 years he was in the jail. Jawaharlal Nehru ji, 12 years he was in the jail. I belongs to freedom fighter family. My grandfather was in 2 years in jail, 2 terms. There was no one to marry him.
Can we focus on the question that's been raised in terms of today, sir?
When we utter that word, there is a pain in his heart. Sri Rahul Gandhi ji, this country belongs to their family. Wow. All 1.4 billion people belongs to him.
No.
So when there is a pain...
Charu Pragya, he's saying it's a reflection of the pain in his heart. Respond very quickly, because the other point is that if there is going to be such extraordinary celebrations and claims of great success, expect a retaliation from the opposition in the same language.
See, the misfortune of India for a very long time has been that the Gandhis have treated the country like it belongs to them. He just said it. They're not even apologetic about it. They're so blatant. India belongs to the Gandhis. That is exactly why all the progress that has happened in recent times did not see the light of the day till Modi ji came to power, and that is a fact, Veera. That is a straight fact. Let me say some more things. Yes, the intricacies of this deal may not be out in the public domain yet, but the main things which have been decided, that basic term sheet, which has been a part of our press conferences, our government statements, that is out for everybody to see and read from. So all the claims that Rahul Gandhi is making in Parliament, I challenge him. Either you substantiate it or you apologize to the country. And every single day when you rise to speak in Parliament, you cannot be a person who takes joy at taking pot shots at the country, pot shots at the country's Prime Minister. In fact, even the person
unfortunately,
sitting on the chair today in
unlike
Lok Sabha.
Parliament, time is very, very limited on television debates. Very quickly, 20-second response, Rajat Sethi. Was a celebration also then premature? And then I'll get a 20-second last word from Sanjeev. Quickly, Rajat Sethi.
So, if the duty is to be brought down, and these are the broad contours that it is brought down from 50% to 18%, then this is certainly a win. It is a win because it puts you at least in a competitive side, because otherwise a lot of these sectors which were looking to invest, textile and other sectors, would have completely been in a state of dismay. From that point where we were, any deal was a good deal, and the way we've been able to negotiate this, there is a concept called Batna in negotiation, which is the best alternative to a no agreement. That would have been very ugly. So congratulations to the government yet again that they were able to converge down to the broad contours. Those contours are a win for India.
20 seconds, Sanjeev Srivastava, last word from you.
So I think the jury is still out as to how beneficial it is. But one thing is certain, that we wanted this deal, and the deal has happened, and thank God for that, because it was important that it happened. Now, how much of benefit accrues out of it? I think there will be sufficient benefits, but to chest thump and celebrate it also is a basic problem with this government. We are not a superpower. We are not a wish guru. To keep talking about that and making that as a reference point, I think is as much a wrong thing to do as Rahul Gandhi starting his speech by that you have sold out Bharat Mata. I think even this chest thumping and punching much above their weight, what
the assessment of that Indo-US deal. But unfortunately, we're running completely out of time. Thanks very much, Rajat Sethi, Sanjeev Srivastava, Charu Pragya, and Mr. Venugopal Swamy for joining us on the Southern View this evening. Now to a quick bit of breaking news that's coming in from the state of Karnataka. The big question that's been raised, and it's been the one trending on social media, why was Tamanna Bhatia chosen over Kiara Advani or Rashmika Mandana or other stars from Karnataka itself, other national stars from Karnataka itself as brand ambassador for the Mysuru sandal soap, which was announced yesterday? Well, the government seems to be putting out its clarification with an affidavit and details that were there. According to the internal note accessed by NDTV, Tamanna was chosen as her screen persona was described as quote-unquote princess-like and divine, aligning closely with the heritage image of the iconic soap. Importantly, despite endorsing several consumer brands, she's not currently associated with any other beauty product or beauty soap fulfilling the exclusivity requirement. My colleague Deepak Bupanna joins me live right now. Deepak, why was Tamanna chosen? The government putting out its clarification at the moment in the middle of questions raised by some activists about why a star from Karnataka was not chosen.
Yes, the debate has been why an outsider, why not somebody from, Karnataka endorse a legacy brand like Mysore Sandal, which of course was started off during the time of the Maharajas. Time and again, there have been multiple people, including the industries ministers, who said this is a pure business deal and it has nothing to do with, Tamanna or any other actress. They just looked at ensuring that this brand sells not just in Bengaluru, not just in Karnataka, but in different parts of the country, and now even hoping to take it internationally. So they had a committee that was formed. There were main criteria here that the committee was told about. One is they wanted an actress who could exclusively endorse just one soap, and more importantly, they wanted a massive reach towards the audience that they had as well. And exclusivity is something that they also focused on, and hoping that they don't have any sort of FMCG brands that clash with Mysore Sandal. Tamanna fit the bill, but what we have access is that in the shortlist included actresses Kiara Advani, Rashmika Mandana, Pooja Hegde, and many others. But finally, it was Tamanna, of course, who made the cut. There have been a lot of back and forth that's happening whether she was the right choice. But now, in the next couple of years, how sales really will see an upward or downward trend will define whether the Karnataka government made the right choice.
and expect political questions 2 years down the line as well. But thanks very much, Deepak Bopanna, for those details. Now, staying on with Karnataka to a quick check on that never-ending speculation and political jostle for the CM's chair in the state, while DK Shivkumar's Delhi visit and comments have reignited the power tussle speculation, if it ever died out in the first place. His brother DK Suresh's comments today that Chief Minister Siddaramaiah will honour a deal set another round of speculation. Siddaramaiah, though, snapped back at reporters, saying he's too tired to answer the same question over and over again. Reporters don't seem to have become tired of asking that same question. Shivkumar had skipped a pre-budget meeting for a Delhi yatra for party work, but those close to him seem to be fueling speculation of a power change, perhaps keeping the optics of DK Shivkumar still in play for that Chief Minister's chair. Let's just listen in to the reactions.
ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಕಾಲ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾನೇನು ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾತಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೂತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ.
ಇಕ್ಬಾಲ್ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿರೋ ತಪ್ಪೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಂದೇ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರೇ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇವತ್ತು ನನಗೆ ಭರವಸೆ ಇದೆ, ನಿಧಾನ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಭರವಸೆ ನನಗಿದೆ.
136.
In your support, sir? Sir, in your support, sir, you are saying that 136 are in your support.
136.
ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಏನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರಂತೆ ನಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ನಾನು ನಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, DK ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ನಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ ವಿಚಾರ. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಪದೇ 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 ಆ ಕಡೆ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕೇಳೋದು. ಏನು ಕೇಳೋದಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ವಾ?
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇವತ್ತು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸರ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ.
ಅವ್ರು ಅವ್ರನ್ನೇ ಕೇಳಿ, ಯಾರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿ, ನನಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಕೇಳೋದು? ನಾನು ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೋ ಅದು ಕೇಳೋದು.
Well, let's get to some breaking news that's coming in that Kanpur Lamborghini crash. Driver Mohan makes a shocking claim. The driver admits to being behind the wheel. The driver of the car says that the driver of the business tycoon says, I was driving the car, and remember, tobacco baron driver Mohan says that he was driving the car and not Shivam Mishra, who is the son of the business tycoon. Shivam Mishra, he claims, had suddenly a seizure. Suddenly his arms and legs started shaking and he fell on me. I was there at the spot. I was there on the day the accident happened. The bouncer pulled me out, according to the driver Mohan of that Lamborghini, which led to that crash. Remember, there have been multiple questions raised over whether the police have been lax in the case, trying to let the son of the business tycoon, a tobacco business tycoon, go scot-free in that matter. Much focus on that matter. Let's just listen into this reaction that came in.
गाड़ी जब तुम चला रहे थे, तुम्हारे मालिक बगल में बैठे थे क्या? जी। क्या हो गया था उनको?
दौड़ा पड़ गया सर।
दौड़ा पड़ गया था। तुम्हें कैसे पता चला कि उनको दौड़ा पड़ा?
एकदम से उनके हाथ पैर वगैरह कांपने लग गया और मेरी तरफ वो गिर गए थे, बेहोश होकर मेरे ऊपर गिर गए थे।
हाँ। तो तुमने पहले जब उनको दौड़ा पड़ा वो कैसे पता चला और तुमने किसको बुलाया?
नहीं, मैंने किसको भी नहीं बुलाया है। वो पीछे जो गाड़ी आई थी।
फिर उनको कहाँ ले गए?
ये नहीं पता सर।
ये नहीं पता
कहाँ लेके गए।
इस समय तुम्हारे मालिक कहाँ है?
मालिक का पता नहीं है सर मेरे को।
अच्छा, जब एक्सीडेंट हुआ उसके बाद तुम कहाँ चले गए?
मैं वहीं पे था सर।
वहीं पे थे?
क्योंकि ना पुलिस आने की वेट कर रहा था।
अच्छा, तो अभी तक क्यों नहीं सामने आए थे?
सर मैं वहीं पे था, थाने पे था जिस दिन वो हादसा हुआ था।
Well, that driver's statement becomes a big twist into this high-profile case, which has had enormous amount of media attention. It virtually seems to be one that shields the son of the business tycoon from the allegations that he's been facing as the one who was driving the car at the time of the accident, that Lamborghini at the time of the accident. We'll keep a close watch on that case and the developments and the twists and turns in it. But for the moment, a very short break. And when we come back, a sharp focus on the political battle heat rising in Tamil Nadu.
मेड इन इंडिया क्यों नहीं? हमारे पास क्या है? मस्टर्ड ऑयल. इट इज आवर flagship oil.
और हमें गर्व है कि 1933 से हम पी मार्क कच्ची घनी मस्टर्ड ऑयल का उत्पादन कर रहे हैं। इस मूल्यवान स्वदेशी प्रोडक्ट को बनाने में हमने खुद को समर्पित किया है पीढ़ियों से।
माँ भी हमेशा पी मार्क मस्टर्ड ऑयल में ही खाना बनाती थी।
कुछ तो बात है इस दिल में।
P Mark, the mustard specialist since 1933.
सरसों से सरसों।
आपको शायद पता नहीं होगा, अपार ने INS विक्रांत के लिए 150 से ज्यादा तरह के केबल्स बनाए हैं। देश के टॉर्पीडोस में भी हैं अपार के केबल्स। वंदे भारत भी अपार के केबल से ही स्पीड पकड़ती है और यही वायर्स और केबल्स हमारे घरों को भी पावर करते हैं। विश्वास इसमें अपार, तभी तो ये है देश का तार।
From 1983 to now, I have seen cricket evolve, but the mindset to win never changed. I tell you that what win matches and what doesn't. This T20 World Cup, let's talk cricket, controversies and more on NDTV.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
इनको यहाँ से जाना ही होगा।
जय मां दुर्गा! आज क्यों रोए?
There is no bigger battle in 2026. And nobody has reported Bengal like I have. Buckle up for an unforgettable election thriller. Will the BJP breach Mamta's fortress?
TMC जावे, BJP आसमे।
Can Didi fight off her life's biggest challenge?
बीजेपी डबल इंजिन सरकार ए लड़ाई बास्ते होबे।
Battleground Bengal with Manogya Loiwal.
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground.
Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling.
They're now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad sahab, ऐसे मत कीजिए. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude.
We're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship.
The line of control, Shiv Arur, NDTV.
Made in India क्यों नहीं? हमारे पास क्या है? Mustard oil. It is our flagship oil.
और हमें गर्व है कि 1933 से हम पी मार्क कच्ची घनी मस्टर्ड ऑयल का उत्पादन कर रहे हैं। इस मूल्यवान स्वदेशी प्रोडक्ट को बनाने में हमने खुद को समर्पित किया है पीढ़ियों से।
माँ भी हमेशा पी मार्क मस्टर्ड ऑयल में ही खाना बनाती थी।
कुछ तो बात है इस दिल में।
P Mark, the mustard specialist since 1933.
सरसों से सरसों।
NDTV 24/7, total domination in Davos. The world's biggest voices first. Iconic visionary Bill Gates. World Bank President Ajay Banga. IMF Chief Kristalina Georgieva.
Welcome back. The political heat rising in Tamil Nadu. Clearly, the ruling DMK held a mega conference outside of Chennai, bringing together 1.5 booth committee workers from the 49 seats around northern Tamil Nadu to activate them ahead of the assembly elections. The DMK also released a trailer of its poll anthem for the elections. Chief Minister MK Stalin and DMK chief addressed the gathering, sending out a clear message of getting set for the elections. Remember, the NDA alliance had already started holding rallies. Expect one from Home Minister Amit Shah soon in Salem. So does actor Vijay, who's all set to hold a conference in Salem on the 13th of this month. It's just a few days away. The DMK's announcement came a day after seat-sharing talks. Just as the party announced that it would begin seat-sharing talks on the 22nd, this amid pressure and demand from its ally, the Congress, which also demands more seats and a share in power. Listen in to Chief Minister MK Stalin.
சென்னையும் வட தமிழ்நாடும் எப்பவுமே திமுகவின் கோட்டைன்னு திரும்பவும் நான் நிரூபிச்சு காட்டணும். எப்பவும் போல உங்ககிட்ட இருந்து தான் நம்ம வெற்றியை தொடங்க போறோம். அதனால தான் இந்த கூட்டத்தையும் இந்த மண்டலத்தில் இருந்து நான் தொடங்குகிறேன்.
And the fierce face-off on the ground in Tamil Nadu simmering, whether it's whistle being prohibited from the stadium at Chepauk for IPL matches by the Tamil Nadu Cricket Association, or a clash yesterday between some TVK functionaries and alleged DMK cadre in North Chennai, while actor and TVK chief accused the DMK of muzzling democracy and its cadre of assaulting TVK functionaries and grievously injuring them. Some, he claimed, also had to be taken to the ICU of a hospital. DMK local leaders alleged that the TVK functionaries got into an altercation with the public and there was no DMK member involved in that clash. The police have taken complaints from both sides. Meanwhile, the prohibition of whistles into the Chepauk Stadium by the TNCA has also raised multiple questions. All this sets up our special focus on the political face-off in Tamil Nadu this evening. Let's just listen in to these two reactions before we head to our panel. Well, joining us this evening, Salem Dharanitharan of the DMK, Advocate Satya Kumar of the TVK and Kovai Satyan of the AIDMK. All battle, Kovai Satyan will join us in just a bit. All battle ready. Salem Dharanitharan, the accusation from the TVK is of the DMK using its brute force to intimidate TVK functionaries, prohibiting the whistle from entering Chepauk Stadium. Is there a nervousness setting up, or are these just political allegations?
Sir, DMK is going to sweep this election with more than 200 MLAs. All poll surveys done by different organizations have shown Chief Minister MK Stalin to have more than 40% preference. The second followed by either Vijay or EPS, depending on the surveys, about 25%, 26%. And all surveys put DMK as coming back to power with more than 40% vote share. It's only the election is about who's going to be the opposition face, either TVK or ADMK. So there is no reason why we should be scared of TVK or, for that matter, ADMK or BJP.
But what about
ADMK and BJP are ADMK and
Whistle
BJP
being not allowed inside Chepauk, and also about the functionaries being attacked. Make your point, and I'll go across to.
No, the rules are made by BCCI, sir. Why are you asking me? Does the state government control the BCCI? No, BCCI is organizing international matches. The whole matters came up also before to me by a different channel. I clearly explained all the decisions are taken by the union government. And BCCI, not union government, by BCCI. And the most pertinent point to note is that we are not afraid. If who stopped Jananayagan movie? The BJP. Have you ever seen the Solicitor General appearing for censor board 2 hours after the court allows the release of the movie? That is who's paranoid. We are not paranoid. My chief minister wrote a tweet saying that Jananayagan should be released. Censor board is behaving like ED, CBI, income tax has become an arm of the BJP party. My chief minister wrote that. So why are we afraid?
Respond to what
who stopped
Jananayagan? He's saying you're making false political allegations.
B. Raghavan, if you see, the whistle is not allowed by TNCA. BCCI has already clarified that there is no restriction in carrying the whistle. So DMK is squarely afraid that the TVK is going to sweep this election in 234 constituencies. We are raising political force, and it is also clearly seen where more than 100 DMK supporters, DMK party members attacked our TVK warriors who were doing field work for the TVK party. In that, there is a pregnant woman who is 4 months pregnant, is now admitted in ICU. This is what DMK does to the ordinary citizen and innocent people. They are afraid of TVK. They are afraid of TVK. And it is just not an attack on TVK. It is an attack on free and fair election. Let me complete. It is an attack on free and fair election. It is an attack on the basic structure doctrine of the Constitution. It is an attack on Constitution.
Let's stop the monologue. Sir, let's stop the monologue. All this rhetoric does not mean anything.
Not a monologue.
The firstly and foremost, TNCA comes under BCCA. What does that have to Tamil Nadu government? Let them go and know that first. So
there is a pressure. There is a pressure from the state government on BCCA.
So don't interrupt me. I never interrupt. Why? We don't have any other business. We have 100 things to do. Why? We are not even thinking about TVK. Only TVK is coming and saying they are important. We have better things to do. My chief minister stood in support of Vijay. Did he or did he not? Saying Jananayagan should be released. Censor board is behaving in a partisan manner. He wrote the tweet. So what are we talking about here? Right? Against all advice, my government gave permission for them to conduct rally, and what happened? 41 people died. In Pondicherry, when they wanted, we saw the restrictions.
Satyakumar, just respond to that because I need to get Kovai Satyan as well. I'm wondering how to fit him into this face-off between TVK and DMK. But respond, Satyakumar.
Both of them are fighting without any merits or any substantial claims which reflects the truth. DMK, which once
okay, I'll get to you, Kovai Satyan, in just a bit. Let Satyakumar just respond to this quickly.
We have been requesting for standard operating procedure for conducting public meeting since June. If you remember in Marina, when there is a program that happened wherein DMK government was involved, 5 people died. We have been asking for SOP from the month of June, and Madras High Court ordered for SOP in September 18 itself. And DMK government never gave the SOP until January 5th. They don't want my leader to come out and speak to the people, participate in the election. That is the reason I told you. This is an attack on free and fair election, which is very much part of the basic structure doctrine of the Constitution of India. They are afraid of TVK. This election is TVK versus DMK.
Veera, am I audible?
Yes, go ahead, Kovai Satyan.
Both DMK and TVK has no merits to claim, and they don't reflect the ground reality. DMK once, which boasted that they are a formidable ally, they are not in a position to say that our alliance are intact and we are hitting the ground. They are still struggling to find a common ground to appease Congress. 3 parties have lost recognition and symbol, and the DMK ship has sunk long back. On the other side, TVK is a political startup. The leader has no relevance among the crowd with respect to the political situations. He is only an actor. He is still perceived as an actor persona who is in the transition phase. So the fight is between both of them as to how many constituencies both can spoil for their own self. It's clear and evident that AIADMK and the NDA ally are all set to reach 210 marks. MK Stalin, who said he will cross 200 numbers in 2021, couldn't do so. How come he is going to cross 200 with so much of anti-incumbency and putting Tamil Nadu into darkness? So both of them are blaming each other because both of them are sailing in the boat of a sinking ship. TVK and
Selam Dharnitharan respond last, and then I'll get to last word from Advocate Satyakumar. Selam Dharnitharan.
Firstly and foremost, you organized this NDTV conclave last Friday. My chief minister came, Yedapadi Palaniswamy, the opposition leader, came to ITC Grand Chola to speak. Did the Vijay come? What did Vijay do? You had to go and meet him, and plus he did not allow for the interview to be recorded. So what is it that who's stopping Vijay from coming to ITC and speaking? Does he need a government permission? No. It's a private event, your channel event. He refused to come. We all know it. So we are not against Vijay going and speaking. He does not want to do. He's not even a work from home politician. He is a Sunday politician. For him, politics is nothing but hobby. Because to break the monotone from acting for many years, he's doing politics as hobby on Sundays. That's all is the matter. When compared to what my friend Kovai said, I will reiterate,
is it high time for Vijay to address a press conference instead of just posting allegations on Twitter? Is it finally for your party to have your leader address a press conference?
I want to ask a last question. I want to ask one more question. See, okay, I leave politics aside, okay? Let's say, what does Vijay stand for? How does he know what he's going to deliver?
Go ahead, Advocate Satyakumar.
Let me be asking this question.
Veeragan, if you see, my leader is addressing in Salem to the people. He directly addresses to the people. Second, he is grooming leaders. In NDTV conclave, one of our leaders came, he addressed along with you. We all witnessed it. Here, leader is grooming leaders. In DMK, let me answer. I'm not interrupting. I did not interrupt.
Four
Mr.
leaders
Sir,
spoke.
let me answer.
Also came. Deputy Minister also came.
Let me answer.
Leader
Let
is
me put
different.
my
You can't
perspective.
relegate. Politics is not a job of
Let me put
relegation.
my perspective.
Right?
Let me
talk
put my
over each other.
perspective.
Go ahead, go ahead.
So Chief Minister's job also will he
Let me put my
relegate? Will
perspective.
he relegate Chief Minister's job?
Let me put my
Will he
perspective.
give you a Chief Minister's job
Can
to
I?
you?
Can I?
Will
Can I?
Chief Minister's job be given to Satya Kumar? After Vijay becomes
Can I-
Chief
can
Minister,
I
after
respond?
Vijay
Can I
becomes
respond?
hypothetically.
Dharanidhar,
Satya Kumar, you become the Chief Minister. Is what Vijay is going to say?
Can I respond? Can I respond? Can I respond?
Respond to that, Advocate Satyakumar. Yeah, go.
My leader is creating leaders. One of our leader came to NDTV conclave. He spoke about our party's vision. Here is a leader who is grooming a leader. In DMK, he is making everybody a fan for his third generation. Everybody a fan for the third generation. My leader is grooming leaders, departmentalizing, recognizing people to go and speak. That is leadership. That is what Arinja Ranna dreamt of. That is what MGR did. That is what
Satyam, very
Jayalalitha ma'am
briefly,
did.
last word to you. Do you fear getting squeezed out in this battle?
No, absolutely not. What's happening is Vijay is making noise, which has no political relevance. So his noise leads to a lot of confusion, and DMK, on the other hand, is caught off guard, not able to respond with facts and merits. They are on the defensive mode. Since the anti-incumbency is so high, DMK on the other side, their ship has sunk long back. TVK on the other side has no political relevance with respect to the people of Tamil Nadu, nor the party, nor its leader, because he so far has not pursued politics and public life seriously.
All right, okay. I'll have to leave this debate here, but this debate is going to get intense and it clearly seems to be a tri-cornered debate there. Thanks to the three spokespersons for joining us this evening. That's all we have time for on the Southern View. News and updates continue right here on NDTV.
Made in India क्यों नहीं?
हमारे पास क्या है? मस्टर्ड ऑयल. इट इज आवर फ्लैगशिप ऑयल.
और हमें गर्व है कि 1933 से हम पी मार्क कच्ची घानी मस्टर्ड ऑयल का